The Reach API has essentially two main purposes. One is to track redemptions or sales, such as when a person clicks on a link on the thank you page, in which they then make a purchase, such as buying tickets, for example. And the second purpose is for posting the gamification leaderboard to a website. Let's first look at how we would track redemptions. To do so, we would need to create a token. And this token is a unique identifier between our Reach microsite and the domain in which we want to receive the tracking from. And this token is used to determine the authenticity of the communication from this external domain to confirm that the redemption is in fact true. To create a token, we would then click on the New Token button, where we'll need to provide a domain name and can also set the status making this token available or unavailable in this instance. We'll go ahead and use an existing one that we already have for this demonstration, but when you are providing the domain name, you'll want to make sure you don't include the www at the beginning. To look at an existing token, let's click on the edit icon for it. Where we can see we can always change the domain name as well as alter the status if necessary. We can see two other tabs here as well, Redemption and Leaderboard. So let's continue with Redemption. In the Redemption tab, we can see that we have two types of code here, PHP and JavaScript. You'll need to place either of these two pieces of code on the redemption page of your e-commerce website. Both of these pieces of code do the same thing, so you'll only need to use one or the other. And the redemption page is the page in which you consider a redemption has occurred. So for example, this could be on the thank you page of your buying transaction. And once you know that someone has definitely made that purchase, placing this redemption code on that page would be a good choice. So clicking on the redemption page that contains this code then sends a confirmation back to the Reach microsite confirming that a redemption has occurred and who has made that redemption. This is done by passing back two variables. One is the token, which was already created, and this token verifies the authenticity of the confirmation, as well as the person's email address so we can track exactly who made the redemption. One thing to note in the JavaScript code is if you already have jQuery included in your JavaScript, you can remove our inclusion of jQuery here. Now we can track these redemptions, of course, in the Reports tab. Looking at the report for the correct campaign, we can see the total number of redemptions here at the bottom. If a dollar amount has been provided, we'll see the dollar amount here, and if there's no dollar amount, then you'll simply see the number of redemptions. So this is essentially how redemptions work. The second purpose for the API is for leaderboards. So again, looking at our campaign, in the API tab, we can see that the RobinhoodTech.com token also has a leaderboard tab. You'll also see JavaScript code, and you'll need to place this code in the page in which you want your leaderboard to appear. Now I've done this already as means of an example. And you can see the gamification leaderboard here with the individuals that have the highest points. Your designers, of course, will need to format this so it looks good on the page, but without formatting, you can see that you're essentially supplied with a table. If you need to refer back to gamification to see how it works, you can take a look at our gamification video. So in summary, the API is used for two main purposes again. One is for creating the leaderboard for gamification like we've just looked at, as well as being able to track the number of redemptions that have occurred as a result of someone making a purchase after they have visited our campaign website.